Today I just want to sit here and ask Treyarch a completely honest question, or I guess two honest questions, and hopefully we could get honest reply from Treyarch. As unlikely as that's going to be, I still want to do this nonetheless, because these two things that I'm just about to ask Treyarch, of course, about zombies, are things that I just personally don't understand why they are the way they are. I just sit here thinking to myself that why? I just want to know the reason. I don't care if I don't like the reason, and I don't care if you don't ever plan to do this. I just need an answer. Of course, I'd prefer an answer that I would like, obviously, and I would hope to see that this is coming in the works soon enough, but either way, I just want an answer, because these are things that I just don't understand. I just don't know what really to think about them. I'm upset about them that they're not the case, but I just don't get why they aren't the case to begin with. But anyways, as for these questions, the first one I actually want to talk about is the one with custom mutations. I'm sure you guys have heard it before, but the thing is, we can't do main Easter egg quests and custom mutations. And I just want to know, Treyarch, why? Why can't we do them? Is there some reason behind this? Is there something that we're just not thinking of? I mean, I think to myself every single day, why don't they add custom mutations, or I guess Easter eggs, to be able to be completed in custom mutations? I think maybe it's too time consuming, and that's all I can think of. I mean, the only reason I can think of is that it's too time consuming, and honestly, I feel like that's a poor excuse, because I mean, yeah, the maps that you're building are super important. Those take priority over this, but honestly, don't you feel like you're putting to waste this custom mutations thing? I mean, Jason Mundell didn't say at the reveal that he says he wants to give the players the game back to the players and all that stuff and let them customize the game, and then all of a sudden we get the game and custom mutations are utterly useless, because I mean, if for high rounds, it doesn't really count, because nobody cares if you went to high round on custom mutations, because people are going to say, oh, but you did that on custom mutations, you made that super easy for yourself, and all that stuff. And for Easter eggs, you just can't do them. So, I mean, who is this custom mutations going out for? I mean, who is this made for? I just don't understand what this custom mutations feature is for, because personally, I was super excited for this. I thought this was going to be Black Ops 4 Zombies' signature, I guess, feature, and instead, it's something that nobody uses, because it's not appealing to any players. It's not appealing to Easter egg players. It's not appealing to high round players. I mean, the only people I can think of is that very noob players, but then they won't even know, because they won't spend the time to try to figure out how to use the settings in custom mutations. So I just can't think of a single player base that this appeals to, and this is why it just leaves me questioning why we can't keep track. I mean, why we can't do Easter eggs inside this, because at least it would appeal to the Easter egg crowd, because they could actually do some challenges with Easter eggs, or maybe you do the Easter eggs easier because they don't want to grind through an Easter egg every single time, especially with how grindy you made your Easter eggs in Black Ops 4. It would be a really, really nice thing to not have to deal with. Like, what if I want to do the Easter egg, but I don't want to be bothering with setting up on the dead of the night? That would be completely amazing, but instead, we just don't. It's just no, I guess. And I just don't know what to think of it. I'm just sitting here thinking, why? Because every single thing I think about custom mutations, I feel like it's just more reasons not to play. I mean, there's no Easter eggs, no reason to play high rounds. And then on top of that, you can't even grind XP on that. And I just don't understand what the point of this feature is if we can't do any of that inside of it. But of course, that's just my personal thoughts on it, and I would appreciate if Treyarch one day would answer this question, and maybe and hopefully in the future they could change it up where you can do Easter eggs inside custom mutations. But the other thing that I just left a giant why on is, why can't we get tier progression through our in-game time in zombies? Why? I just want to know why this is the case. Why did you decide to do this? And I just honestly can't think of a single reason, and the only thing I used to think of is, well, there's no zombie stuff in the tier system anyway, so why would zombie players care about that? But then I remembered, yeah, there's Mastercraft camos, there's stickers, which technically, I guess, will affect zombies, and then there's still the guns that you can unlock, because you can't really put attachments on your guns until you unlock them through the tier system, so it kind of does affect zombies. So I just can't think of a good reason why zombies in-game time does not count towards the tiers. I just don't know. I mean, maybe they see that zombie players stay in their games longer, but really, is that a problem? I mean, what's the difference from somebody playing in zombies and somebody playing in Blackout or multiplayer? I mean, it's the same amount of in-game time, so why does it make a difference? I just can't think of a good reason for this one at all. I just think to myself every single day, well, maybe not every day, but I think to myself, when I think about this, I just don't know what to think about it. Like, why? I just want to know why. Even if it's not an answer I like, I want to know why we can't get tears through in-game time inside zombies. I just can't think of a good reason. And instead, it just leaves us wondering that, or just confused. And then the only thing we can conclude is that you're lazy. I mean, what else can we conclude from all of this besides that Treyarch is lazy? I mean, these are features that seem like they should be in the game, but I don't know. I mean, also you could look at whether they're lazy, or at least in the tier case, you could look at them as kind of screwing over zombie players. They're like, oh, you want the new guns and you want to unlock those, but you really didn't have too much time inside zombies because you can't count playtime. Well, you know what? You know, the thing is, you're going to have to buy those because you didn't get enough. Well, you couldn't spend any in-game time, and you had to get all of the stupid tier skips if you're lucky enough to get it. And this just, again, just de-incentivize people to play zombies. All of these things I see as things to de-incentivize people to do things. They de-incentivize people to play custom mutations, and they de-incentivize people to play zombies as a whole because the in-game time does not count towards your tier system, and I just don't know why. These are two things that I just want an honest answer to. That's all I want. Treyarch, please, I just want an honest answer, and I hope it's an answer that I like. I mean, I would at least appreciate an answer even if it's not one I like, but I would really hope that they say that this is going to happen on a specific day, upcoming soon enough. And that's all I could say, because I honestly can't think of anything else that could be a really good excuse, I guess, for why these aren't in the game or are a feature in the game. So anyways, that's all I have to say. Tell me what you guys think about it for the people who aren't Treyarch, because this is something that I just been kind of thinking about ever since launch, and I just wanted to share it with everybody, including Treyarch, and maybe Treyarch will respond. Actually not, they will never respond to this, but you know, whatever. But anyways, that's about it for me. If you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead, do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and especially bell. But I'm going to go. I'll catch you guys next stream video or whatever it may be, but laters, guys.